I think the main thing is women compete with each other, right? Competing, like, if this lady is doing this, I gotta do better. But in the end, like, what are you gonna get out of being better than me? I think you should compete with yourself.
That only competition you have in this world is with yourself. To be the better version of you today than you were yesterday, and a better version of yourself tomorrow than you were today. That's what it all comes down to.
Let's get into this. Before we begin, I do want to say a quick note. Everything we discuss on this podcast is just our personal opinion and perspective. We are not mental health professionals or legal experts. If you or someone you know is suffering, dealing with abuse, or going through a hard time, please don't handle it alone. Reach out to a professional or a local helpline immediately. Your safety matters. Now let's get into it. Hi, this is Damin.
And this is Vic.
All right, Vic, I have rapid fire questions for you.
Let's go.
But no thinking. I mean, yeah, you have to think because you gotta use your brain. But I mean, don't think too much into it. Just give me whatever answer comes to mind. Okay, what's the fastest way to spot a fake friend?
I think somebody who is nice to your face, but they don't hold the same type of energy behind your back.
But how do you know they're not holding the same tone?
Because what goes around comes around, girl. People are quick to talk.
Okay, fine.
So-and-so said this about you.
All right, I know. Okay, number 2. Why are the aunties always the harshest judges when they went through the exact same struggles?
Because I feel like they have this mentality of, I went through it, so everyone else should go through it too, instead of saying, I went through it, I never want anyone else to go through it. Because isn't that such a typical, though, like, mindset of a lot of auntia in our community?
Yeah, but that's so sad. Why would you want someone else to go through what you went through? Like, wouldn't you want them to change the freaking...
No, because their mindset is not, like, that expansive.
Okay. All right, number 3. What's the ultimate phrase to instantly shut down family gossip at a dinner?
Duta band!
I didn't ask for a badala japida status answer. I mean, more of a proper answer.
Bro, I don't know. You take this one.
All right, well, I'll do it Gora status.
Because I would go in a pute band.
I would say, wow, why are we so obsessed with her life? Anyway, did you guys see the new episode of Desi Bling?
Typical Dublin answer.
Hey, it calls him out and changes the subject before it gets awkward.
I get it.
But yeah, I like to keep it a little proper. Anyways, yesterday eating all that food was... And I know I mentioned it to you like 10 times, but I did eat so much yesterday at Applebee's. Oh my God. But the appetizers were great. Those potato wedges with the bacon ranch,
that was
amazing.
Pretty bomb.
But the Kirio dip, see what was that dip?
No flavor.
No flavor.
Bullshit to see bullshit.
Bullshit to dip. That was a waste of calories, but I still ate it. Yeah, I remember it was 3 appetizers because we also had French fries. Yes, we had potato wedges, French fries, and chips and dip.
French fries ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ 2 ਕੁ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਹਨਾ ਸੁਗੜੀਆਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਆ.
Dude, they weren't even hot.
That was stupid.
Yeah. And then, of course, and after the meal, I was kind of thinking about eating the blondie.
I was too, but I'm like, I will be way over my calorie deficit. I can't do this.
Mera the calorie deficit bahut over ho gaya si. And then I came home and passed out for 3 hours. That was a great nap, though.
I had to walk. I could not sit still.
Oh my God, it was freaking amazing. I woke up from that nap. I was like, all right, home to ki khana.
Chalo, next.
Next plate, please. Oh my goodness. Anyways.
Karna penda kade pehne.
Kadi karna penda.
Aur ki?
Oh my God, I'm so lazy today. I don't even know how to not be lazy anymore.
Health is wealth.
Health is always wealth. All right, okay. I'm going to get some energy back. Okay, let's talk about the women supporting women. Our favorite.
Let's go. I supported the hell out of you at that buffet.
You did actually. You were my freaking right wing man. So the reason we're talking about this topic is because we received a message from who was it from? I don't
One
remember.
I don't know, one
But
of our
anyways,
dear
we'll keep
friends.
them anonymous
Yeah.
because we want to keep everyone anonymous unless you want us to mention your name, then we would love to mention your name. Let's talk about the performative sisterhood.
Nogi hunda. Hell is that?
It's kind of like Instagram versus reality. How air quote women supporting women became a marketing aesthetic that completely has vanished in real life. Do you get it?
Yeah, like hype girls that like fake shit.
Kind of like leaving a, oh my god, you look like a queen. Yeah.
Yes, queen, like that type of
Like they'll leave it on a friend's wedding or vacation photo, but then the sad part is they'll start texting a group chat to gossip how much the outfit cost or how she looked in person.
like, "Get it, girl? Oh my god, I can't believe she went to Disneyland for her honeymoon.
Yeah, like
Oh my god, how tacky.
did you see her outfit? It was so cheap.
Oh my god, I saw that on Shein." Ugh,
Why are women like that?
because
Is it out of jealousy, you think?
I don't know if it's always necessarily out of jealousy. It's out of just this consistent competition, I feel like, that social media has caused. Like, oh, ita vacation te gayi hai, she's gone to the Bahamas for vacation. Oh, well, okay, well, I'm gonna go to Bora Bora because that I'm gonna one up her. Like, and we're gonna just post the pictures. We're not gonna enjoy the moment. And you know what? I'm guilty of that shit too in the past.
For me, I just love to get off my couch and go into the kitchen. That's great enough. That's like freaking step 1.
Yeah, after you've done a whole ass European tour. Okay.
Hey,
Toura karke आई है पूरे यूरोप दियां.
that was amazing, dude. I was at a different country every day. Like, how amazing is that? And then, of course, the ship had all you can eat buffet. And I kid you not, every meal I had dessert, cake.
ਬਣਦਾ ਆ ਦੋ
Desi
ਦੋ ਖਾਣੇ
style.
ਸੀ ਇੱਕ ਮੇਲੇ ਵੀ ਖਾ ਲੈਣਾ ਸੀ
Kay ਵੇਲੇ ਦੋ-ਦੋ ਹੀ ਖਾ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਸੀ. ਨਾਲ ਉਧਰ lemon drop. Lemon drops were amazing. Like, who drinks lemon drops and eats freaking chocolate cake?
dumb it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but I remember you telling me that these people like were messaging you on Instagram when you would log in and they were like, "Oh, you're still gone?" Like tanuki.
Yeah, tanuki, yeah. Like, did
Like, and these are people that don't even hardly message you and oh, you're still gone? What are you doing? Did you move? Like
yeah.
these jabs for
That's so
what?
that's so weird. Like, why would you need to message me asking me if I'm still gone? Was only gone for like 10 days, dude.
Not only that, I think is because, okay, you're gonna obviously post every city you went to, right,
Yeah.
on your trip, and like it's an experience, and I feel like people ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਐਵੇਂ ਹੀ like ਅੰਦਰ ਅੱਗ ਬਲੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਆ ਕਿ ਗਈਓ ਆ.
Or did it minna kadi bolde? They don't even talk to me. They don't message me, but they are like, "Where are you?
Yeah,
Why do you care?" Like, you don't even
yeah.
talk to me.
But where's this?
Yeah, I'm posting it. It says
Nosy.
Copenhagen. It
Yeah.
says England. It says Germany. Anyways, maybe I'm just a hater. Okay, I think the reason they are asking is so they can probably like tell each other, like say,
Or talk shit.
yeah,
Like,
talk
ਇਹਨੂੰ
shit.
ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਪੈਸੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਆ. Like, I don't know. I just feel like if you post your ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੇ ਦੀਆਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, right? Like, somebody's always going to have a problem with it.
Well, yeah, why is she out there now? She had all this stuff happen in her life. Should be sad at home, probably should be depressed. This is not how you grieve. But everyone grieves differently, right? Life goes on. Like people, okay, you grieve. A year later, you start moving on. Why do I have to wait a year to move on? Like, do you think the person I'm grieving for would have wanted me to sit there depressed? And this vacation was already planned for over a year. So what lets people judge on how I don't get it, like, why are people judging the way I'm
No,
grieving?
it's like in our society and stuff like, okay, if we didn't post, people wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
And it all comes back to, the competition or whatever on social media. Some people, they will like, sadly, for those of people that don't know, Dumbin lost her father not too long ago. And, it's never easy to lose a
Mhm.
parent. But and I remember it was posted, on the internet. I feel
Yeah.
like that's just kind of like our personal little diaries that we kind of go to
Mm.
when life events happen. And it's not just to post our feelings, it's sometimes to inform others too of our loss, and maybe others that knew your dad or
Yeah.
knew your loved
Yeah.
ones would get the news. However, like some months after, you're over here going on a vacation that you had planned with your friends, and now people have a problem. So did they expect you to sit at home and just cry?
Probably. They probably did.
And that's when it comes down to mental health. You gotta
Mhm.
do you.
Like, I coulda just sat and I coulda gone and just not posted. It's my social media, I can post whatever I want. If you have an issue with it, then get off of my social media. It's so sad. That's where and it's usually the women, right? ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੁੜੀਆਂ ਆ, like, they're the ones who gossip more versus, like, men. Men are not gonna be sitting there, like, gossiping with other men and saying, "Look, she's on this vacation," this and
I
that.
think they could care less. I
Yeah.
think it's women are our own, like, dushman when they should actually be our biggest supporters because they're also living a similar journey in life.
Mhm. And it's so sad, these are the same women that are posting empowering quotes on Instagram stories, but then they're still actively participating in the mean girl culture, and it happens everywhere. It happens at
Yes.
home, it happens in, like, public places, it happens in your workplace, like, it's everywhere. I don't
Yeah.
like it. Remember, like, a few years ago when I used to work at the office and I experienced that mean girl culture at the office. Like, I was kind of getting bullied. And then I think I called you that
I
day.
wanted to beat her
I
ass.
I called you that day and I just showed up at at your house. But guess what you did? What did you do to make me feel better?
I cooked you chicken and char.
So you fed me.
I fed you. Yeah, I guess that's kind of ingrained in our heads. Like,
Yeah,
let's maybe not talk about it. Let's
let's
just
just
eat.
eat. I mean, I did feel great at that moment eating that chicken and rice. It was amazing, I have to say. But what I'm saying is, like, these women, instead of supporting you, they started like bullying me, right? And it all happened because I started a project at the workplace, and I didn't start it on my own. The manager asked me, and it
Yeah,
was
she
so
chose you to lead that project.
yeah, and it was just so crazy. That's the reason I left. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm glad I left. Now I work from home and I run my own business. I started rethinking a lot of things in life. That's when was doing a master's program. I think I started because of that bullying. And then I started my own business because I wanted to be my own boss. I never wanted to experience that again in life. But now working from home and my team is just a bunch of guys and it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, they don't judge you. I mean, they're just amazing. They're not competing with you. I think the
They're
main thing
not.
is women
Compete.
compete with each
Yeah.
other, right? Competing like, "Oh, if this lady is doing this, I gotta do better." But in the end, like, what are you gonna get out of being better than me? I think you should compete with yourself.
That only competition you have in this world is with yourself to be
Mhm.
the better version of you today than you were yesterday, and a better version of yourself tomorrow than you were today.
Uh-huh.
That's what it all comes down to.
But people really don't I guess they don't really understand that. So, you guys are there. That's life.
So anyway,
Anyway.
anyway,
And what I also notice is women are the ones who body shame. Do you agree with that? Girl.
yes, yes. My biggest critics have been other women.
Yeah. Same here. When I had my son Harvey. And then of course I went into a little depression because, I was going through all that stuff in life. So, some people stopped eating and I started eating and I gained weight.
Yeah,
And the first people that body shamed me were women.
yeah.
They told me I was fat or I was gaining too much weight and I should go on a diet. Instead of like understanding, like, I'm going through this, or maybe I have like some sort of like something medical going on. They didn't care about that. They just straight, "Pilli cheez, you walk into a party or you walk into a family function, moti ho gayi hai, you gained weight."
Hmm.
And I'm like looking at the auntie, she's probably like 3 times bigger than I am. But anyways.
I actually had maybe an opposite type of an experience. when after I had the kids, I had gained a lot of weight. I was like hitting 300 almost, right? And I dropped a lot of weight. And once I dropped weight, there were people asking me to drug ਖਾਨੀ ਆ, कि तू हाय तू ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਮਾੜੀ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਵਾ. Like, no, I just lost weight and I worked really hard,
Yeah, they
you
think
know?
they don't think like you worked hard. They think you did drugs to
Yeah.
lose the weight.
Yeah, there's a problem if you gain weight, and I don't understand how that's anybody's business. I mean, I understand that your close friends or family are going to be concerned for your health
Mm.
and they're talking to you like that. But walking into a party and the first thing someone says, "Ha, tu ta ਇੰਨੀ ਮੋਟੀ ਹੋਈ ਓ
Yeah,
ਹਾਏ ਹਾਏ
yeah, they do that.
ਤੇਰਾ ਤਾਂ ਢਿੱਡ ਕਿੱਧਰ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਰਿਆ ਆ?"
Your stomach is doing the leading. Let's follow the leader. What's your leader's name? Mr. Tid. No, same thing, dude. Same women. So, after that, like, your self confidence goes down. You look in the mirror and you see fat. You see
Yeah.
fat. No matter how much weight you lose, you can become anorexic and you're just going to see fat. It really messes up with you mentally. And then the funny part is, few years later, I lost a lot of weight. I started working out,
Yeah.
started eating healthy, and I go back to, same family functions, same parties. And this time auntie are like, "Patali ho gaya, muh kitna mada hai. Look at your face is so skinny. You should
Yeah.
start eating."
Are you never going to be happy?
I'm like, bitch, I'm so confused now. Do you want me to be fat or do you want me to be skinny? I'm so confused. Like, let me know what you want me to be so I can make you proud.
I feel like it's more has to do a lot with boundaries.
I think so.
Like in our culture, I don't think boundaries exist.
There's no boundary.
There is no boundaries.
Oh, that broken down.
They don't exist.
Yeah, but whatever. Anyways, chalo, ठीक है सकते हैं.
Chalo, anyway.
And and like how we mentioned earlier, the auntie or people mentality. I suffered, so you should suffer too.
I feel like a lot of sasa. Okay, so let me get into this part of that. And I know several of these personally. They were maybe treated unfairly by their mother in laws. And so now they think that they are obligated to treat their daughter in laws in such manner.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, I went through this, I felt horrible about it, and let me not put my daughter in law through this. Instead, it's like, maybe like samay cho nangiya, tumi nangungi.
Yeah. It's kind of sad. Like, I've heard this before. Like, mother-in-laws or older aunties. I know we're older too, and we're probably like we're people's aunties, which is sad, but unfortunate and sad, but true. They will tell like the new bride, "I wasn't allowed to sleep past 5 a.m. because I had to cook for 15 people. Why are you sleeping past 5 a.m.? You should wake up and cook and clean." Like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, did you like that when it used to happen to you? You probably didn't like that. So why are you enforcing this onto your daughter-in-law? Why are you telling her you need to do this because I did this?
It's like, I suffered, now you must all go to hell.
And the sad part is, I think when they were growing up or, when they were younger, they didn't have the permission to name their own trauma. You know what I mean? They couldn't, they weren't allowed to say, "I'm depressed. I have anxiety. I'm burned out. I have postpartum depression. I struggle with mental health." They were not allowed to have those feelings. So now you're not allowed to have those feelings. Anyways, what can we say?
ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ ਹੋਣੀਆਂ ਹਾਂ
ਇਹ ਕਦੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਫਿਨਿਸ਼ ਹੋ ਸਕਦੀਆਂ and that's sad, like really really sad. ਕੀ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਆ?
ਚਲੋ anyway.
And another sad part is this still happens in our community. Women treat their sons like they're kings and their daughters like servants. Do you agree with that? Not our generation. I feel like we're breaking free of that, but our mothers' generations.
Yeah. I think some with our generation too. Like sons were always put on pedestals. Luckily, I mean, I do have family that their mothers were like that. Like their daughters, they treated them a certain way, but their sons were like, never have to do dishes, never have to do anything. It's just like mera pot kind of thing. I'm happy I wasn't raised in that fashion. And I know you weren't really raised in that way either by
No,
your parents.
my mom put both of us to
Yeah.
work. I feel like my brother does more cooking than I do. I never really learned how to cook because my parents were so like, tu parte, go to school,
Yeah.
become independent, focus on your life. Even with my brother, you know, go to school, become independent, focus on your life. So they never really focused on, you gotta cook, you gotta clean. I mean, I could cook a little bit, but not a lot. My mom did most of the cooking, and she enjoys cooking. You know how they show their love through cooking? And then
My mom was the opposite.
really?
She didn't really know how to cook that much. Like, I know my dad, she kind of learned to make roti and stuff from my dad. My mom wasn't really into cooking. My mossy was more of the cook, the good cook and stuff. My mom wasn't really, she wasn't really into cooking. But you know me, I am like all
You
about
love cooking.
cooking. So
But I did, like, have a lot of family members when I would go to their house, like, the women, they were like, even the girls, the daughters, they were the ones who would have to clean up, cook, and serve, and then the
yeah,
sons were outside playing or sitting on the couch or playing
yeah,
video games, doing absolutely
yeah.
nothing. So why are you only having your daughter serve? Why can't you have your daughter and your son serve and teach them both, like, you know, equality? Equality
Because I
doesn't
don't think
exist.
equality really was present in their generation.
Mhm.
And so they're just carrying on the whole men get to relax and women have to slave away in the kitchen and feed the men and cook for the men and, clean afterwards while they get to enjoy, hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish like like our generations, I mean most of my friends that I know, they're not like that. They're more independent. They're teaching their daughters to be independent. They're also treating their sons and their daughters equally, but then I know there are other family members or other families that aren't doing that. And I really wish to bring awareness. And you know, end of the day, Joe, when you're gonna get old, who comes through?
So was the daughters.
Yeah. So you better treat them right, guys. You better treat them right. Because then your son's not gonna be there.
I mean, no offense to all the boys out there, but that saying, what the saying goes, a son is a son till he finds a wife, a daughter is a daughter for life.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay, sorry guys. We're not trying to bash you guys, but just kidding. A little bit. थोड़ा जिहा.
ਕੀ
चलो
ਤੁਹਾਡੇ
हो ਜਾਂਦਾ कदे-कदे।
ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਵੀ ਪਰਸਨਲ ਥਾਟਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਪਾਉਣੇ ਆ।
ਹੋਰ ਕੀ।
And you know what? Another thing like I've noticed is women, they spend more time competing versus collaborating. Do you
Yeah,
notice that?
yeah. No, that's very true.
It's because they have that subconscious belief that there is only one seat at the table for a successful woman, which leads to like unnecessary jealousy. There's a lot of comparison games. I feel like when you're comparing yourself with other people, it's kind of exhausting, right? Like competing with like your cousins, sister-in-law, your friends,
I have noticed
neighbors,
that big time.
competing with people who are married, people who are wealthier than you, competing with people whose kids go to better school. It's kind of sad. Like that happens all the time. I feel like I'm probably like that too. Like when I see like, oh shit, she got this, I want that too. It's like I feel like it's just embedded in us.
I feel like growing up, a lot of the times our parents, I mean, maybe they subconsciously like thought of it things this way, so it just came out wrong through their mouths. But they always were continuously saying, "Oh, flanne flanne di kudi, ja flanne da munda, oh ta doctor ban gaya." They, like you need to be equivalent or better, and it was never like, that's their path and this is our path because that is how I approach
Yeah.
my children that you need to do what you feel will be right for you, right? Our parents didn't have that. It was like, okay, you're going to be in the medical field, you're going to be an engineer, you're going to be a doctor, lawyer, all that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you're not successful in life.
Yeah, that's it. You can't do anything else. Those are the only careers that will make you successful. And another thing I notice is, let's say you're doing something with your life. You get a job, you go to school, you finish a degree, you start a business. You're gonna have friends. You're gonna have female friends, maybe even male friends they'll get jealous of you. Instead of like being happy and saying, "Oh, dang, she did this. Maybe can help me. I want to do something like that," right? Instead of competing with that person, you should collaborate with them and say, "Can you give me advice? Like, how did you start this? Like, I'm so excited for you. This is amazing. I'm gonna actually also do this. I've been thinking of getting into this or getting into something, and I'm looking at you. I want to follow in your footsteps. Can you guide me?"
I feel like gatekeeping is huge in our community too, and I feel like in all communities. Gatekeeping meaning, if you've done something and you're successful at it, you don't wanna share,
With other people.
yeah, with other people because you feel like that the world only has enough space for success for you and not for other people. And when you move on beyond that is when you are able to help others and you are able to, guide people through however way you can help them,
Yeah.
right? Instead of thinking that, oh my God, na mein to better ho jave.
Yeah. So, you know how I started my business of providing caregiving
Yes.
services, right? So I have a few friends that do it. I was watching them and I was like, dang, they're doing amazing, right? Instead of like sitting there feeling sorry for myself or being jealous, I looked into it and I was like, oh, I want to do it. I'm gonna do it as well. I could have been one of those women that sat there, talk shit about them, or said, "Oh my god, look at what she's doing." Like they always find something wrong with it. I actually turned around and started doing it myself. I was like, I mean, we're in different areas. I might be in an area with somebody else, but there's like room for so many out there.
There's always room for
And
growth.
since I started, people have reached out to me and said, "Hey, I'm interested in it." But to be honest, I do tell them it looks easy to start it. It looks like, oh, she's doing it all like, without any stress. I tell them it is a lot of work. It's a lot of commitment. And you are more than welcome to kind of follow me like a day in my life to see how it is
Yeah,
before you make that big leap that
commitment. Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of money to start a business, right?
It is. And a lot of the times, this another thing that I have really noticed is and this has happened to me several times before, when I've been really interested in doing something, I've kind of reached out, when I've seen someone do something, their response to me was, "Oh, you won't be able to do it." Is such a
Like they have no faith in you.
like, they think that I'm not able to do what they're doing,
Mm,
and only they're able to do
yeah.
that, you know? And frankly, I would never do that to somebody, if like, as you know, like, this whole, like, weight loss journey that I have been on,
Which I'm
right?
so proud of you, dude. Like,
I
I'm
really
like
appreciate it.
I, like, even think about it, I'm like, dang, like, all these years,
Yeah.
I was like, "Vicky, let's start it, let's start it." Your mindset was just not there yet,
Yeah, it
right?
wasn't.
You would say, "Monday shuru ka day, we'll start on Monday, we'll start on
Yeah.
Tuesday." It just wouldn't happen. And then one day I woke up and Vicky's freaking down, what, 70 pounds?
Yeah, just about. Yeah, 69 pounds.
And the sad part is, have you had, like, people question you on your weight loss? Like,
So, yes, I have. I have had a lot of people ask me if I was on the GLP medications and stuff, and I said I'm not because they're very expensive
yeah,
and I don't have I'm a single mom,
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
have that kind of extra money and I am a stay-at-home mom essentially. I do my tarot, but I don't have money to throw away,
yeah,
you know? And so I said, like, if I can't do that, let me just try the old fashioned way. And with dedication, it's helped,
yeah,
you know, but it has taken longer than it would have otherwise. Right. But when people reach out to me
yeah,
and ask me that, they're kind of stuck. They don't know what to do. If I can help them with ideas, I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not a personal trainer. I've just kind of mastered my own body and how my own body will work. But if someone's going to reach out to me and ask me some advice on something that clearly they're happy that they've seen me do at this point in life. I'm 47, almost 47. I'm 46 years old,
Yeah.
right? It is hard at this age,
But it's
you
tough.
know, to change your body.
Yeah.
But if I can, inspire someone, or if I can help them with like the tools that I used and stuff, why not? Why wouldn't I?
Mhm.
And I think the same thing, it works for like careers, making money, doing all this kind of stuff. Like, why? There's enough for everybody.
Yeah, there
Why do you want to just look like you be your best? Why wouldn't you want other people to be their best?
exactly. I don't know. That's where competition comes in, right? Comparing themselves, competing with you.
Yeah.
And I know, like, okay, I know a lot of people have been using that GLP,
And
right?
no hate to
And
them
no hate to
at
them,
all.
right? But I know as myself, as a nurse, like for me, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, dang, I should just do it. But then I start thinking about like the side effects. Like I know it hasn't been in the market that long for weight loss. So I really don't want to know what really happens. And hopefully nothing happens, right? Hopefully there's no side effects. And I've been on that weight loss journey. I feel like the way you're doing it right now, right? You're eating healthy. You're working out like crazy. You're doing like 6, 7 days a week, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, girl,
Sometimes
yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, but
But most of the time you're doing 6, 7 days, you know?
and I'm eating everything,
Yeah, and you're
right?
eating. I mean, we eat out
Yeah.
all the time, and but the thing is, you're doing portion control. So
Portion control and in a deficit. And I feel like that is like the magic potion for anybody, really, unless, of course, you have underlying health issues and stuff. And obviously, that you would need to talk to your doctor about. But ultimately, like I don't have any hate toward the people that can. I just can't personally afford to be spending hundreds of dollars on that. So I went this route, and that is a lot of people who have approached me, asked me about,
yeah,
you know, that have I had that? Yeah, maybe your results will come faster if you do use it.
yeah,
But ultimately, I didn't have the luxury of doing that. So I did it the whole old fashioned way. And if I can help even one person get their life back and be healthy in their 40s, and why wouldn't I do that?
exactly. And it kind of makes you feel good, right?
It makes me feel great.
Yeah, when you're helping other people succeed.
Yeah.
It makes you feel great, and like I said, like, me watching my friends that had the caregiving agencies, like, after I opened my caregiving agency, I never really told anyone I was doing it because I kinda didn't wanna, hype people up and not end up doing it, and once I did, I reached out to them and they were actually, like, willing to help, give me ideas, like, those are the kind of people you need in your life. They coulda turned around and said, "Oh, you opened it too?" But they didn't do that to me.
Yeah.
They were there, they were supportive, like, like, "Oh, you need advice?" Like, I can message her any day and ask her a question, she'll happily answer it, and, those are the kinda women that support women. And I think that's why we are friends, right? Because 'Cause we've always supported each
Yeah.
other since, like, day one. Like, no matter what decision I make in life, it could be right or wrong, you'll tell me this is wrong, but you'll still support my decisions, right? Like, you'll still say them in, like, no matter what you decide in life, I'm still gonna be here for you, like you do. And I know sometimes you get annoyed because I'll throw in like 10 opinions, but end of the day, if you choose to go with my opinion or not choose to go with it, I'm still gonna support you.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to, like, when I win, it's like you've won, you feel like. And I
Mhm.
know when you got your master's and you got your business, like, and all of the promotions you've had, I have been ecstatic and so excited for you, like I won.
Yeah,
Like like this is my win, you
yeah,
know? And I feel like we all deserve friendships and relationships that are that way, that are in the background, they're cheering for us and wanting us to succeed. And mind you, and even though we're best friends, we're in totally different, like, she's highly educated. She has her master's degree. She's a nurse. She has her own business. And I'm an artist,
yeah,
and a mom, and so we're living different lives, but yet we clap for each other.
yeah,
We're living our own paths. and we are clapping for each other. And it is okay to clap for each other. It's always okay, and be truly happy for someone because you know what? Your time will come too.
That's true. I agree with that. But I do have to admit that I feel like I'm lucky to have a lot of females in my life like that are that support me, right? I have family, I have friends, um cousins that are supportive, and those are the people I keep in my life, right? They're always going
Yeah.
to be in my life. And then there have been women who don't support me, and guess what? They're out of my life, right?
Yeah.
I literally will block them off of everything because I'm at that age. I don't have energy anymore. I don't
Yeah.
have energy to compete with people. I don't have energy to argue with people. And I don't have energy for like that bad nazar, the
Yeah.
evil eye. I just want to live my life. If you're going to be supportive, then that's freaking awesome. We're going to stay in each other's life. And guess what? I'm going to support you too.
Yeah.
I'm always going to support you. And I feel like whatever you probably noticed this too. Whatever I start in life, I always encourage my friends to start that in life. It
Mhm.
might not be for them, but sometimes I'm like, I think this is for you. You should start
Yeah.
it. Because I get excited when someone's winning, I'm winning, right?
Absolutely.
And I
Yeah.
want everybody to be at that level. I want everyone to be at that winning level. But like I mentioned earlier, when I did start my business, people did reach out to me, but I told them the truth. Like it wasn't easy. It was hard to start everything. But it's not going to be easy in the beginning. But once, you start it and put in those hours, those years, it's going to be better.
Yeah.
But you have to put in a lot of work.
The commitment.
Yeah, and can you do it? And that's why I told them, follow me, do a day in someone's life and see if this is something for you. I'm not trying to you know, have them not do it. I
Like,
just want them to experience it and see if they can do it with their lifestyle, especially if they have kids, if they're
yeah.
working full time, if they have other commitments in life. Can you give up those commitments? Obviously, you can't give up your kids, but can you also juggle
Yeah.
everything together, right?
No, absolutely.
Do you feel like you have a lot of supportive females in your life, or just like a handful?
So, I have some females in my circle. A lot of them are family. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, obviously you're
Yeah.
up there, and I'm very happy with the people around me. I read energy,
Yeah.
obviously. So for me, energy is most important.
Yeah.
I can really tell if someone's energy is off or if somebody's energy is like positive. And I like to surround myself with those types of people because I know I can be vulnerable around them,
Yeah.
and that is very hard for me to do because I'm always having to be, the
Yeah.
tough one, the
Yeah.
strong one, right?
Yeah.
But I do have very limited, I would say, and but I'm happy with who I have. You know how they say it's about quality over quantity,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I don't have a pack of girls. Maybe
Yeah.
my like sisters and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but other than that, like I don't have a pack.
Yeah.
Like, how some people say, "Oh, we're gonna go out with my girls," right? No, I have singular
Yeah.
girls. They're not connected, but they're my people.
Same here. I have different packs of friends.
Yeah.
My work friends,
Yeah.
my life friends that are
Yeah.
going to be my lifetime friends, right?
Yeah.
And then I have friends that are just acquaintances. I don't need everyone there at the same time hanging out with me because everyone has different personalities. We like doing different
Yeah.
things. So with one group, I'll do something, we'll go out, we'll party or whatever. And one group, they love traveling. I'll go travel with them. But, I've had people question me like, oh, well, why don't all your friends come? Because they have different interests.
Yeah.
And just because they're not here for this party life doesn't mean they're not my friends. They're just at a different level in life right now,
Yeah.
they don't want to party,
Yeah.
they want to hang out, they want to go travel. So I'm going to go travel with them.
Yeah.
Even though I'm a very lazy person, but I did travel recently and I loved it and I want to do it again, which we're going to do every year. Next year is, I think we're going to like China and Turkey.
That's awesome. No, and I'm definitely the one that we want to come and have deep conversations with.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm that
Yeah.
person or go hiking or do something like that. Go out to eat, go have a chill experience.
Yeah. And you know what else I was thinking of? I feel like there are some girls that get jealous when you're not with them and you're with other friends. Do you agree with that?
Yeah. I have been that person. I have been that person, but not with everyone. Like I know you have your travel friends and stuff. I've never had an issue with them. But they are sometimes like I'd be getting, oh, why is she? No, not anymore though. I think in a point.
Yeah, where you're
Well,
like,
it's like calling someone else your best friend.
you're like, Devin, I'm your best friend.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're my sister.
Yeah. No,
I feel like you can have space for more than one friend.
you can.
Yeah.
I do think that that's common.
Yeah.
I've experienced that.
Normal people.
Normal people.
No, you're just my friend. That's it. When I'm doing something, you should be sitting at home. Remember, like I told you
Yeah.
yesterday, why were you out?
Yeah.
When I was on vacation, you should have been at home waiting for me.
Exactly. I should have been sitting here with the Aarti tray,
Yes,
waiting to greet her
and not having
upon her return.
and not having your own personal life. That's not acceptable.
Yeah, absolutely not. ਹੋਈ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ?
ਇਹ ਕਿੱਦਾਂ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਆ? ਚਲੋ.
And the thing is, I do have friends from different walks of life. I know you do for sure.
Oh yeah.
Right? Mine are, I would say maybe younger than me. I'm probably the oldest female in my tribe of people.
Are you sure?
Yeah, probably.
I feel like for me, I have younger and older. Probably mostly younger or around my age.
Well, maybe, yeah, I do have a couple older, but on the most part, it's they're younger. Not so much younger, but like we all connect in different ways.
Okay, the bottom line is we are aunties now.
Yeah.
They can call us Vic auntie and Daman auntie.
Vicky Pan is okay. Or
Okay.
Vicky Pui.
Yeah, but don't call me auntie.
Or Vicky Masi.
Yeah, I'm not your auntie. If I was your auntie, then I'd tell you. But call me Masi Pui. Don't call me auntie. Just kidding. I know we're auntie, but don't call me
No,
auntie.
don't call me auntie. I don't want to be nobody's auntie. You call me Vicky Pui, you call me Vicky Masi, you call me everything under the rainbow, just not auntie.
Then that reminds me of my age.
No, not even. It's just I think it's such a unpersonal thing. Like it's a very broad.
Well, remember,
word.
like in the non-Punjabi culture, like American culture, they called called them aunties.
It was so funny the other day at my niece's graduation. Her little friends were calling me auntie, hey auntie, but I thought it was cute. And
Yeah.
Nasib's friends at school will be calling me auntie too. So I guess so. I guess it'll pass.
I guess it depends on
Who it is.
Yeah, who it's coming from.
Who it's coming from
If you're Desi, you better call me Pooji. You better call me Masi. Don't be calling me auntie. And if you're not, then you can call me auntie. Then it looks more appropriate.
I've had someone in the past call me Mata.
No. Mata?
Yeah.
No way.
And it was a guy and he looked older than me. And I was like, what?
Wait,
I'm like, I have to have a makeover now.
No, wait, what? Why? Like, where were you? Elaborate.
It was somebody he was helping me move furniture. And he goes, Mata, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh my
Man, didn't even Mata da lagda.
Okay, this might be off topic, but this is funny. years ago, when I was hella fat, I had this guy doing my yard work, and he asked me how many months pregnant I was.
What?
Yeah, he did, and I played it off, and I said 6, even though I wasn't. I was just fat.
Oh my God. When I was pregnant with the kids, I was asked by the gardener if my ex-husband was my son.
No.
And at Costco, they thought my ex-father-in-law was my son.
No.
Yes, it's so messed up.
Do you remember when we get our nails done and they thought I was your daughter?
my daughter. They always think Simi, my younger sister, is my daughter. Well, she does look 12, to be fair.
Because she has a baby face.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But shit.
Oh my God.
ਬਣਾ ਦੋ ਬੁੱਢੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਿੰਨੀ ਮੈਂ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੱਲੇ
Mata.
Oh, that was the worst. That had me choked. ਹੁਣ ਕਹਿ ਕੇ ਦੇਖਣ ਕੋਈ
Oh my God. Anyways, Vicky, I think we're passing our time limit that we had set.
But we're having so much fun.
And we're hungry now.
I know, we're hungry.
We're eating Cheez-Its, by the way.
With our chai.
Oh, yeah.
Cheez-Its and chai.
Cheez-Its and chai.
Chalo, anyway.
Fir
ਮਿਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ
Fir milde hai. This is Daman.
This is Becca.
Milde next time.
Chalo, bye-bye.
Bye.